Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're back on part 2 of the cave. So the mouth of the cave, you can use it with any modular terrain, and you would set up your fight inside here. And this could open up into a larger cave section if you have some cave walls and stuff. However you want to use this. But there's, like I told you, there would be some spots that were flat and smooth from the way I did that in part 1. So to fix that, I'm just going to try to do something cheesy. I'm going to get a little bit of sand, and I'm going to drop some super glue in there, in that hole, in all the holes like that. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of sand on it. And let's hope that that fixes it. I'm going to dump this in the trash. And that little bit of color there won't change things too drastically for us. That I can tell. I'm going to hit that with the air gun and make sure that that's not soft. Okay. It's a little soft. Alright, no problem. I know a guy. Now I'm going to take this off screen in a second. Okay. And I'm going to use my air gun to kind of blow the baking soda out of here. Okay, it should be dry now. And hard as a rock. Yep. Cool. And that little bit of white's not going to hurt anything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a yellow color. And we're going to get our brush. This is a damp, soft makeup brush. Okay. And what we want to do is kind of break this up with that yellow a little bit. And it looks a little patterned, and that's okay. We're going to fix that. If there's any wet spots on here where the paint wasn't dry all the way, go ahead and use this opportunity to snag those and rub them around a little bit. I had some spots where it's not quite dry and I had a little bit of white showing. I'm going to hit that white up best I can with that yeller. Okay. Now you're going to get your yellow. You're going to mix it with a little bit of that orangish shit you had from left over from when we painted this and base coated it. And we're going to come back around and dab again with that and do a little more variation work. Now I'm going to get coffee latte or beige or whatever color you have. Come on, you. Put my yellow away too. I'm going to get that color. I'm going to come in around and break up some of that yellow perfection. Some of that stuff that looks like almost like a pattern. I'm just going to break that up. So for those of you that have kids or are a kid that has parents, Have you ever been in a situation where you had friends that had a child, or your parents had friends that had a child that they wanted you to be with? Like, oh, you guys would be a perfect couple. My ex-wife would like meet people. We'd meet kids, when the big boys, the adult boys were babies, and she'd be like, oh, maybe they'll get married one day and stuff like that. Like, all right, well, maybe. I'm not going to say it's not possible. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some of this. This is called nutmeg brown. This is like just another darker brown. It's like a medium to darker brown. We're going to get that. And we're going to get in here and dab that around and create some more variation. And I'm going to come around and I'm going to hit all the outside with it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I'll probably miss some spots knowing me, and that's okay. Let me get some more on there. Give some. Let me use a little bit more of that brown, because I like the way that looked. Okay. Then we're going to get the orange stuff that we used to do the base coat and everything. Rub that around with whatever we have left and create some more variation. And then we're going to get that brush, set it off to the side. We have gold veins in here, so I'm going to get a color of gold. And today I bought some copper. We're not going to use that. We're going to use gold. So I have this royal gold here. This is folk art. And I'm going to get a crappy brush. Something like this. This is a synthetic brush. And we're going to follow those veins. Like this. And create kind of a dabbed, rough look across that vein. On both sides. This is not super noticeable on this side, this vein. Unfortunately, I did not use enough baking soda to make it look good. Now I'm going to hit this with the air gun. I'm going to come back with a different gold, kind of give it some variation. And this gold I'm using is just called Greedy Gold. This is a miniature paint actually, which I don't usually want to use, but I want to give this a little bit of a different look. And I'm not sure how to. I don't have another gold that's good. I have one called Inca Gold, I think it's called, and it's just really thin and doesn't do any kind of coating, so it wouldn't be ideal for this. Let's see if this gives us. No, it's just not different enough of a color to do what I wanted, unfortunately. All right, let me see what else I have. I have, what's this? This is that Inca Gold. We can try it, but it just doesn't coat well. Anytime I've ever used it, it's been an utter disappointment. We can try it out. What's the worst that can happen, right? Well, it's a little bit noticeable. Not, intense, but all right. That's about as good as we can make that, I think. Now, to clean up this outside, what I would do is I would hit this with an air gun. Hold on. I'm going to hit it with an air gun, and then we can dry brush it with like a cream color or something to kind of bring it all together. Cream color. I don't know if I want to use a cream color. I didn't do it on any of my other frames, so let's use khaki. We'll get a soft brush and a little bit of khaki. Come on, you. And just on some of these spots where it's real noticeable, we'll try to break up some of the pattern. All right, so let's do something just a little bit interesting one more time here. And I'm going to get some dark brown paint and some water. We'll just use some of this water I have here that I was using for, oops. And we'll get this kind of smaller brush, I guess, so we don't dirty a new one. I'm just going to stir all that up into some kind of mess. Okay. And then there's some spots where that baking soda is kind of at, where it doesn't look good. You can see the white showing through after all that. So I'm just going to get in there and make some smudges and simulate some grunginess to cover that up, the spots I don't like. And then just so there's some so it's not just random and weird. I'm just going to mush that around in some spots to make it look a little different and fancy. Nothing too dramatic. If you have any dips or divots with white in them, just toss a dot of that in there and it'll make it go away. I don't really see any dips or divots of white except for that one little one. We'll come over here where I did this too and we'll clean that up. Okay. Looks all right. Let's get a mini in there and kind of get an idea what the scale is. So that's about how big that entrance is if you're making one for yourself. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me today. That was a pretty quick paint job. I understand that. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to chill with me. Do me a favor. Let's do what the great spirits in the sky that serve the algorithm want. And let's like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment. If you guys would be interested in buying some miniatures, not these guys, but real good high-quality Dungeon Swag miniatures, let me pull one down. This is a Noel Archer I'm going to be painting up when I get a moment, or I feel like painting. See how flexible that is and how sturdy that is? Yep, this is a Dungeon Swag Noel. Freaking beautiful. High quality, very detailed, beautiful miniatures. Sturdy, as you can see. They're not going to snap or their fingers aren't going to pop off like a lot of miniatures that you see, resin miniatures. No, Ascorbic, my partner that prints these, is a master of his craft. He knows what resins to use and what print settings to use. He does this all the time, and he is just phenomenal at what he does. Look at that. Look at that bowstring. Any other miniature that would snap if it was a resin print. So anyways, there's a discount code in the description for those. I didn't mean to go on so much about it. And then we have a Discord channel, which we'd love you to come join. Paint with us, play video games with us, whatever. You know, just hang out. Show us what you're working on. We're going to start doing paint nights. We're trying to get some RPGs going. We've had a couple nights where we played RPGs on Saturdays, but we've been having trouble getting a group of people that can show up consistently. And it's just a silly little fun kind of thing called Doom Ventures, where we just go do some adventures every week, and your character progresses, but not like under any kind of standard rule set. They just gain abilities as they move forward. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.